Cool. Send that one again real quick. Alright, cool. So wherever you pick, I'll just pick the opposite person.
Oh, yeah?
Alright, here we go. You ready? Alright.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Anime Sundays, a show where we talk about anime, yes, on Sundays. And we are back on the road here in my little bro's house in Jersey for a very interesting Fire Force debate. I know the season just ended, so you know we had to hop on it immediately. So today we are going to be discussing who is the strongest fire soldier between Captain Benimaru of the 7th and Captain Burns, I believe, of the 1st. So, today we have a friend of mine, a brother of mine, Shamorr Williams here. You can follow him at Young Space Dandy on Instagram. We were just watching that season finale of Fire Force. Gotta say, it's pretty crazy. But after watching that last battle of Shinra vs. Burns again, there's a lot of questions about, is Benimaru actually the strongest fire soldier? So me and Shamorr are going to pick who we think is actually the strongest fire soldier and a few reasons why and why not. We're going to let Shamorr go first here. Shamorr, who do you think is stronger, Burns or Benny?
Personally, I'm going to have to go with Benny. My main reason being is I believe him to be in his prime right now. I don't think Burns is in his prime anymore. I think he's still pretty strong, don't get me wrong. He definitely beat up most of the people in the Fire Force universe right now. I don't consider him top fire soldier. And I also don't think we've seen Benny, we've seen Benny fight, like for real. We haven't seen him in a tough position where he's fighting for his life type of ordeal, which, usually brings out new powers and, new strength, so.
Exactly. Those are some good points. We know a lot about Benimaru. The man is a combined 2nd generation pyrokinetic and 3rd generation. Very rare breed, which means if you don't watch the show, he can control fire. That's not his own, and he can produce fire. That is his own. Not to mention, he's a martial artist. Even in that battle against the evangelists, he used one of his super specials, but like Shamorr said, it wasn't like he was fighting for his life. I'm gonna just debate for controversy and choose Captain Burns. And I'm gonna choose Captain Burns for a couple reasons. One, I do agree that we don't know what Burns' prime looked like before, but I don't necessarily know if he's not at his strongest point now, because I feel like with that whole thing with Shinra the 12 years ago, he definitely wasn't that strong, or else we would have maybe even seen a different outcome with him going up against the Inferno that was Shinra's mother. I feel like if it was the Burns now, all been the captain for 12 years and like super juiced up, I feel like it would have been a different situation. So I do think this may be the strongest level we're seeing him right now. My main point is the man going up against Shinra, new and improved, like Lightspeed Shinra, that's serious, bro. Benimaru taught Shinra the move, yes. He also was able to still counter it and still hang with him. Again, Shinra still wasn't like fighting him like out of anger like he was fighting Burns. Like he was trying to really wreck Burns. And we've seen what Shinra was doing, fighting Sho, going against his time-stopping ability. And my man's Burns is like not even knowing that my man can go light speed. Like he's just like, oh, that's your light speed move? Okay, bet. Let me get a little serious on you, right? Your man Burns is crazy. The man is
crazy.
Flame on, like literally blocking Shinra's light speed kick with just an arm. I don't want to say that Benimaru can't do all the same things, but I look at Burns as like a serious tank. And I feel like the only reason he's not considered the strongest fire soldier is because Benimaru is just known for all his abilities, being able to control fire and move it. It's tough. How do you feel about Burns and his showdown?
His showdown was real for sure, like he definitely proved he is of top tier in Fire Force. As he said, Shinra's over here going light speed. Who else in the show besides Sho and Shinra can fight someone who's either stopping time or going so fast that time has no effect on it anymore? Until we see more of Benny, coming into contact with stronger fighters like Joker, Show, anything like that.
You don't want to count him out. As
I don't want to count him out yet. You know, I don't want to just single him out because we haven't seen that yet.
Shoot, Benny is still like pretty fast himself. The man isn't like flying out of his hands, but he's moving on these brooms. I really note Benny's like control over the flames. Like the fact that the man has like a dozen brooms going at the same time is a serious technique that Benny has. And I do think that, you know, Burns' age could be a big factor. You know, these older guys, especially what they've been through, is a big thing. But I mean, we still don't even necessarily know what his eye was burned from looking into that other world, that Adola world, I believe. But we still don't know how it really relates to his abilities, right?
Right, because it starts burning.
Yeah,
like,
it still
flame comes out of it.
It still flares up. So I'm sure Benny and Burns are going to have their moments where they get to really pull up. Y'all definitely let us know who you think is the strongest fire soldier. Shamorr here had Benimaru. That's a very good pick. I'm going to go here and say Burns is either right next to him or right under. I don't think there's anyone really surpassing them. You know, I don't see any of the other captains really keeping up in the conversation. So y'all be sure to drop a comment and let us know. And we'll for sure see Fire Force in summer 2020 when it drops again. Anime Sundays on the road. Cali, we're coming back. All right.